Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So what's going on today? Well, I've got some pretty heavy news to share with you, and it's something that's definitely going to make you think. Let me start by telling you about a recent incident in Christchurch that has sparked a lot of discussion and debate. All right, so here's what happened. A double shooting occurred at a property in Brindwer, Christchurch, and the tragic outcome has left the community in shock. Now, the details of this incident are both heartbreaking and incredibly complex, and I think it's important that we take a moment to understand what actually happened and why it's causing such a stir. Let's break this down. The story begins when a person who knows the couple in question reports that the man was armed with a hunting knife and was threatening to hurt himself and his partner. Police were called to the scene, and when they arrived, the woman ran out of the house, followed by the man with the knife. Now, the police believed that the woman was in imminent danger of serious harm, so they fired a single shot, which hit the man. An officer then approached the man to provide first aid, but then the woman picked up the knife and began to threaten the officers. Despite an appeal for her to put it down, she advanced on the police, brandishing the knife, and a second shot was fired, hitting the woman. Unfortunately, she died at the scene while the injured man was in stable condition in Christchurch Hospital. So the immediate question that comes to mind is, what exactly was going through the minds of the police officers in that moment? And more importantly, how does this incident fit into the broader context of police training and procedures for responding to such threats? Well, that's where the former top police negotiator comes in. He has shared some insights into how police are trained to handle frightening situations, which is exactly what this incident was. Now, I think it's crucial that we understand the training that officers receive, because this incident has raised a lot of questions about the use of lethal force and the judgment calls that police have to make in split seconds. Police are taught to assess the situation quickly and to make decisions based on the perceived threat. In this case, the initial shot was fired to protect the woman who was running out of the house, and the officers believed that she was in immediate danger. However, the second shot was fired when the woman, who had previously been running away, picked up the knife and approached the police officers. Now, the question is, was that a justified use of lethal force, or was there a misjudgment in the officers' decision-making? This is where the investigation comes in, and it's going to be a critical part of the process. The officer's decision to shoot will form a large part of the investigation, and he will be formally interviewed as part of a criminal investigation with the right to have a lawyer present. This is a standard procedure, but it's also a reminder of the gravity of the situation and the need for thorough examination. I want to take a moment to address the community's reaction to this incident. A nearby resident mentioned that the couple were always fighting, which adds another layer of complexity to the story. It's not just about the immediate threat of the knife, but also about the underlying tensions in the relationship. The church pastor of the community also spoke out, saying that the incident has devastated the community. It's clear that this is not just a police issue, but also a human issue that affects the lives of people in the area. The police cordons at the scene were lifted on Thursday night, which marks the end of the immediate investigation, but the emotional impact will linger for a long time. What does this all mean for the future? Well, the fact that both the police and the Independent Police Conduct Authority are investigating the incident shows that there is a commitment to transparency and accountability. This is a necessary step, but it's also important to recognize that these investigations can be lengthy and complex. They will need to consider all the evidence, including the training of the officers, the circumstances of the incident, and the perspectives of the community. It's possible that this case will lead to changes in police training or procedures, but only time will tell. In the meantime, it's crucial that we support the families and the community affected by this tragedy, and that we continue to have open and honest conversations about the use of lethal force and the training that officers receive, and it's unlikely to be the last. There are ongoing debates about how police should be trained, how they should respond to situations involving weapons, and how they should handle individuals who are in crisis. The fact that the officer in this case will be formally interviewed as part of a criminal investigation is a sign that there is a system in place to hold officers accountable, but it also highlights the need for ongoing reforms and improvements in policing. This incident in Christchurch is a sobering reminder of the complexities involved in policing and the difficult decisions that officers must make in high-stress situations. It's a tragedy that has left a community in shock and has raised important questions about the training and procedures that police receive. While the investigations are ongoing, it's important that we remain informed and that we continue to have these difficult conversations. Let's make sure that we support the families and the community affected by this incident, and that we work towards a future where such tragedies can be prevented. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay safe and keep thinking critically about the world around you.